Hi, and welcome back to The Deck. I am the author stylist, Rebecca and Brian, but you can call me Beck. Last week's episode was part one of a two-part episode on my friend Jacqueline Sable's book, The Ghostwriter and the Poison Pen. I have a bonus episode for you this week, and then part two of the Poison Pen episode is going to be posted next week. Jackie's book release party is happening this coming week, so I wanted to try to get some pictures to include in the episode too, so you could see how the outfits turned out since you shopped along with us. Wanted to make sure to get this episode up this week in time for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, because this episode is going to be a gift guide for writers. These are going to be ideas that you can give to your author friends or writers while you're watching this. If someone wants ideas, you can send it to them or say, hey, look at this link. The first idea I had is something I put on my Christmas list probably, 5 years ago now. We're now on our second or third set of these in my household, but they are called Aqua Notes. And what they are, writers, I don't know if you found this too, but I find that some of my best ideas come to me either in the shower or in the middle of the night, usually when I'm trying to fall asleep, or when I'm driving in a car. I have a solution for the shower ideas. I give you Aqua Notes. This mounts to your shower with suction cups, and the paper is waterproof, and it comes with a pencil. Aqua Notes are great. I've used them for story ideas in the past as I'm brainstorming in the shower. If something just comes to me, I just write it down. If you live with anyone else, you can write notes to whomever you share a shower with too. I highly recommend Aqua Notes. I got these on Amazon. Easiest way to get them. If you're not in the shower, maybe you get an idea as you're falling asleep. You can turn over and use one of those pretty journals you have purchased but never actually had the guts to crack open and use. I know a lot of writers really like buying pretty journals. I know I do. And sometimes we never even use them though. So my second gift idea is a pretty journal and a pen to go with it. The one I'm showing you today is a hand-painted journal by my friend Anna, who has an Etsy shop called Almost Her Designs. So you can I will link Anna's shop below. Here's one of her journals. She also does custom work if you want to reach out to her if you like her style. When I bought one of her journals, it came with a pen. I don't know if that's the case always, but the pens are really nice. Another idea, especially with Small Business Saturday coming up, keep an eye out for Etsy shops or the shops in your area. Maybe they have a craft fair or maybe they carry local artisans in the shop. And there's a good chance that you may find a handmade pen right there. So that's another gift idea. But what if you're ready to get down to business? Let's get some really practical tools that you can gift a writer to help them with their endeavors this holiday season. This was not a gift. This was something my husband got from work, but I found it really useful. It's a Bluetooth keyboard that folds. So it's about, yay big. The size, it folds up to about 2 decks of cards width. And then you can fold it up. Your phone will connect right to it, and you can type in whatever note-taking app. I use Google Docs. If I have an hour to stop at a coffee shop and I didn't bring my laptop, I like to just throw this Bluetooth keyboard in my purse. It doesn't take up a lot of room, and I can just fold it out on the table and get right to work. One other type of keyboard that I considered trying but never actually have yet was a projection keyboard where it also Bluetooth projects the keyboard in front of you and lets you type on a flat surface. I like the idea of it. I feel like I would need something more tactile, but I think it would be another super easy, super portable alternative to having a laptop with you all the time. As for other tools a writer may need, you could also gift them with software. I'm not sure, I haven't checked if all these websites have gift certificates, but otherwise, you could gift the writer with the software and then send them the email with the software key. But these are really handy tools that would help any writer. The first one is Vellum. Vellum is For those of you who don't know, Vellum is a formatting tool that is exclusive to Mac, so we Windows users can't benefit from Vellum. But from what I've heard, Vellum is the go-to for Mac users. It's super easy, and it creates super professional ebooks with minimal amount of work. I don't know if you've ever formatted your own ebook in Microsoft Word or even Scrivener, which I'll talk about next, but Vellum makes it super easy to make professional ebooks for users on Mac. The people who I know who have it swear by it. So if you're a Mac user, or if you know someone who is, consider getting Vellum. David Chesson from Kindlepreneur has two great tools that I would recommend. One I have used for years. It's called Publisher Rocket. This is a tool that you can use to come up with keywords and find categories for your books. It tells you everything you need to know about the keyword, how competitive it is. This is also great for building Amazon ads. It can build a list of thousands of keywords that you can upload yourself without having to come up with them on your own. So it's a super powerful tool for anyone who's independently publishing. And then the other brand new tool of his is called Atticus. Atticus is, from what I understand, it's very new. I don't have it yet, but it's the Windows answer. It's the answer to Vellum. It's another formatting tool, but also it's also a development tool too. So from what I understand, from what I can gather, from what I've heard about Atticus, is it's like Vellum and Scrivener had a baby, and this is Atticus. I believe it's also useful for collaboration. I'm not entirely sure, but David Chesson knows what he's doing, so I am definitely going to check out Atticus. And hey, maybe I'll get it for Christmas this year too. I mentioned Scrivener a couple times. A lot of people in the writing community have at least heard of Scrivener. It's good for novels. I've even used it for screenwriting. It's got a pretty simple screenwriting template as well. So yes, I highly recommend Scrivener. It's not expensive, and it would be a great gift if a writer doesn't have it already. And the last tool I have for you is called Pro Writing Aid. This is an editing tool. Think about a way more powerful grammar check from Microsoft Word, like grammar check on steroids. I have not used Pro Writing Aid yet, but especially if you are, this is good for a final editing pass, or if you're publishing serial fiction and you need to do it very quickly and you're not paying for an editor, Pro Writing Aid is your editor. As an editor myself, I do not believe that any software can completely replace humans, but Pro Writing Aid, from what I've heard, it's huge in the writing community I'm in. It comes close. It can show you where you are repeating words, and it's not perfect, but it's very powerful. So check that out if you haven't already. Put it on your list. Let's talk about writing fuel. I've got some of mine right here. Depending on the time of day, my writing fuel consists of coffee or wine if I'm at a write-in with some of my girlfriends. So another great gift idea for writers is find out what their writing fuel is and supply it. If they're coffee or tea drinkers, get them a cute mug and get them some coffee or tea to go in it. I like flavored coffees. Any weird flavored coffees I probably like. And in the coffee today, I have a rum chata creamer. I love rum chata everything, so that's another option. Speaking of things that keep us warm beside a fire while we're finishing our NaNoWriMo projects, how about writing gloves or a scarf? I have two places that I have purchased these items from in the past. Well, I guess three, because there's Etsy, first of all. I'm going to mention Etsy again a couple times in this. There's also storyarts.com, which sells book-themed scarves and t-shirts and stuff like that. And also littlegraphs.com. They also do custom work. The caveat is you have to own the copyright, or it has to be a work that is in the public domain. So if if it's your own book, I mean, that's a great idea. That's a great gift idea. Get a writer's own book on a blanket, a t-shirt, a pillow, a scarf. How cool would that be? While we're talking about personalized items, how about personalized jewelry? I mentioned this before in a previous episode, but some Etsy shops have where you can put your book cover on jewelry, such as earrings, or a charm that you can use on a bracelet or a necklace. One more cozy suggestion is a candle in their favorite scent. I know some writers like to write to the same scent to kind of get them in the mood. I tried that for a while. My scent of choice was toasted marshmallow. So maybe if you want to suggest that for a gift idea along with your favorite scent, that's an idea too. And finally, writers are also readers, and a lot of us are learners. So books. Maybe books in our genre, books on our to be read list. It's easy to check someone's Goodreads list and see what they want to read but haven't read. Also craft books. I have 2 suggestions here for you today. Actually 3. I have 3 suggestions here for you today. 3 Story Method by my friends Zach Bohannon and Jay Thorne. I've been to several of their events, and Zach's been on a previous episode. So I like to recommend supporting those guys whenever I can. A book that's all the rage in my writing community is the Emotion Thesaurus. There's a whole series of books. I think there's one for setting too. I have the Emotion Thesaurus. I definitely want the setting one next. So anything in this series would be a super useful resource for writers. Or you could get them a classic writing book, such as On Writing by Stephen King. I don't own this one yet, so maybe I will put this on my wish list this year. I hope you got some great ideas for your fellow writers in your life, or maybe you can send this video or have some ideas for your own for your own list to send to people. If people ask you, what do you want for Christmas? Here you go. Here's some ideas. As I said earlier, I will be back next week with part 2 of the Ghostwriter and the Poison Pen shopping adventures. I think you're in for a treat. It's my longest episode yet. Next week, it's got a lot of parts to it, and you will hopefully see how our shopping culminated in Jackie's actual book event. So, something to look forward to, I hope. Get out for Black Friday shopping if it's your thing, or there's always Cyber Monday too, if online shopping's your thing. For sure, support small businesses on Small Business Saturday. If you have any creators in your life, see what they're selling. And of course, consider buying and giving indie books this holiday season. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Deck. I will see you next week. Bye.